Bambies, Kaleidow here, and welcome back to another tiny home speed build in The Sims 4. So today we are creating the Calico Condo, which is in the shape of a cat. How cool, right? So I actually started this build before Cats and Dogs was released. So at the very beginning, you're going to see a lot of stuff that doesn't actually have to do with cats or, you know, anything to do with that expansion pack in general. And the reason why I started building a cat style home before the expansion was even out was because it was on my mind. I had just gotten back from San Fran, or it had been a month or so since I'd been back, and I was just thinking about making a house that was in the shape of one. So I've kind of kept this footage until recently because I really wanted to renovate it and try to incorporate some of the cat items that we have in the new expansion. Yay! So as you can see here on the front, I'm trying to make it actually look like a cat. We got the windows going on and it's kind of interesting. It's a very basic shaped tiny home. But when you really think about the shape of a lot of tiny houses in real life, they do seem to be a rectangular shape generally. I'm not saying that all tiny houses are that way, but I haven't actually made a lot of houses in this build series that have been in this shape. It's usually something a little bit different or two-story, playing around with it. But this is only a one-story home, so I kind of had fun with it, and it was a little bit of a challenge too because I wanted the inside. You guys will see that very soon. You can probably hear my cat scratching in the background. How great, because she's actually a tortoiseshell, which is sort of similar to a calico, so very fitting. But you guys are going to see later on in the video how I kind of try to make the inside give the illusion of it not just being a rectangle, and I try to use that space to the best of my ability. And we did a big change then. So at first I was going to make a blue cat, but I decided, as the title of this video, I really want it to be a tortoiseshell slash calico cat, just like Scout is. So I might pop a little picture of what my cat looks like up on the screen now so you kind of get an idea of what I was inspired by for this. She's super, super cute, a little bit crazy. I'm not sure if calico cats are exactly the same when it comes to like personality-wise as tortoiseshells, but generally they are known to be very crazy, a bit erratic, but very loving. Very, very playful is what I mean by erratic. So we have one bathroom, a kitchen, sort of dining room. Eventually I do add in a back porch, which is quite nice, and a little entertainment, and there is a double bed, but obviously you won't be able to access one of the sides. But just sort of, I was sort of creating this build in a non-sim way, more of a realistic way. So a lot of tiny homes that I see in like the house videos here on YouTube, or I think it's called Big Tiny Home or Big Tiny Houses or something like that. It's a Kiwi dude here on YouTube. Oh gosh, I can't believe I can't remember the name of that channel, but it's something like that. And it's such a great channel, and all of the videos are very well produced. But I noticed that in those videos, a lot of these beds, they will try to fit in a double bed, but it will be sort of like you'll have to crawl over to get to the other side, which is totally fine. Like I do that right now with our double bed. We have it up against one of the walls. You can't access it from either side. You have to go from either the end or the left side, which is totally fine. I'm sure a lot of people have their beds that way, and I wish that in The Sims 4 our Sims could still access the other side. How neat would it be if they could like crawl over the bed to get to the other side? I think that would just be so much better, but oh well. So here I am starting to plan out how I'm going to organize this home, and I wanted there to be quite a nice kitchen. I always like the kitchens that have the island in the middle. I'm pretty sure that's like so normal nowadays, but actually, I grew up in quite an old house too, and it even had sort of an island, but it was in the most inconvenient position. You would always hit your head on the top of it. Had like a glass cabinet sort of above the island, and you would always hit your head on it. It was the worst thing ever. I didn't really cop it as bad as my brother and my dad did because they were a lot taller than me. But if you were doing something on the bench and then like you try to lift your head real quick, oh gosh, it would get you every time. Oh man. But yeah, we have this nice little island bench in here with the lights. I used another table to blend with it, and I'm pretty sure it's still usable. So that brings in some ambient lighting, and it's quite lovely. I decided to make all of the walls mirror the outside, and I think it kind of turned out quite interesting. I do like it. I'm not sure what it would look like in real life, but I think it looks fun in The Sims, and I really want to do this a little bit more often. I feel like I end up decorating things very bland and white in-game a lot because that's sort of the style of houses that I like in real life. Plain white walls and maybe a lovely light timber, which is like lightly varnished, not overly dark or anything. But in The Sims, I feel like sometimes you could get away with a whole bunch of color. Like, I'm not saying I really like color when it comes to furniture and decorations in real life, but I feel like when it comes to walls, it's my opinion, I like it more that walls are plain and then you like decorate and you can just like do whatever you like. There's so many crazy like photos and posters or whatever you want. Plants, oh my gosh, plants. Yes. Speaking of which, Ethan and I are about to move actually this Saturday. So I'm recording this on the Thursday, and I'm so excited because it's going to be a much smaller house than we're in right now, or a much smaller apartment. And it's in an older building too, which is kind of cool, but the apartment we just got into is newly renovated. So everything's quite modern in it, the kitchen, the bathroom and stuff, but it's only one bedroom. So I'm gonna have to get my tiny home brain working on how I'm going to kind of furnish it all and make everything work. Because, you know, Ethan and I both record videos for YouTube and also both are getting into streaming. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to do it. And isn't it so much fun? I'm sure I'm not the only person who does this, but I absolutely love just drawing up the plan of an apartment or house and then figuring out where I'm going to put everything on paper. it's so much fun doing that. And it kind of like gets you orientated towards the house and gives you full like a visualization of what your home could become. And something I've always done. I used to do it with a lot of my builds when I was little, when I would play The Sims Bustin' Out and The Sims 2. Ah man, I used to draw up all of these awesome little house designs. Maybe I should get back into doing that because I used to make some pretty impressive houses. Let me know. I clearly remember one of the houses that I built in The Sims 2, or maybe I made it in The Sims 3, where it had all of these different level terraces that led up to an awesome spa, and that was on the side of the house, and there was a pool at one of the bottom terraces. I hope this is making sense to you guys, or it's just like random commentary just chucked in here, but I really would love to try to recreate that home. But in The Sims 4. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I was so proud of that house when I was little, and I really wanted to share it with the world, but we didn't have internet at the time. So I wasn't able to then, but maybe I could try to make it and share it with the whole world again. Oh my gosh, with you guys. That would be so cool. I think I should write down that idea. That's really, really awesome because it was my favorite house I was very, very proud of it, guys. I bet you it was quite basic. I'll try to remember the exact thing. I'm pretty sure I could remember it. It was so open plan and lovely. It was basically in a big L shape, but yeah, it was fun. So now we've got a whole bunch of progress done on the interior of our tiny home. And at this moment, we had installed the new Cats and Dogs expansion, meaning I wanted to, of course, move this home into Brindleton Bay and add in some of the new bits and bobs that we got in the expansion. I also, because I'd had some time away from the build, I felt like I wanted to add in some more little details here and there. Some new, like, other armchairs and stuff like that. Some more lighting and things. But I really do love the color scheme I have going on in this house. And you can see there I did have some Halloween decorations. Because at the time, I suppose, when I was making this, it would have been like late September or October when I did build it. It's taken me so long to upload this to you guys. I'm very sorry. I ended up uploading a few other tiny homes instead of it because I was waiting for cats and dogs. Like, when I built it in the shape of a cat, I was like, you know what is really, really missing? Actual cats, like cat items. Like, it needs a pet bed. We need some bowls and stuff going on in here. And I'm really, really glad that I waited to do this. And I do eventually fit in a little cat condo, which is perfect for this build because it's called the Calico Condo. And oh, it works out fabulously. I really, really like this at the back too, how I have a little balcony. I don't know what to call it, veranda, I suppose. And I chuck on a table out there. So if it wasn't raining, you could have a really nice barbecue or something out there, or just have nice afternoon tea. I think that would be very, very nice. Ooh, and I also put in that awesome cat litter box. Oh my gosh, it has like laser eyes that just like zap the poo away. It's so cool. Oh my gosh. Anyways, as we're adding in all of these items, I was talking about my new place just before, briefly. Let's talk about that a little bit more, since it is going to be quite squeezy and cozy in there. So we're planning to, instead of have the bedroom as a bedroom, we're going to have it as a conjoined office. So Ethan works during the day and some of the night as an Uber driver. So a lot of the day and night he's gone. So at the moment, it is quite realistic that we have our desks in the same room, and then I still would be able to record and not get embarrassed when he's away at work. So I really want to get used to recording in front of Ethan though, because I'm able to stream and have my door wide open and him listen in or whatever. But I don't know what it is. It's like different when it comes to YouTube, like making a YouTube video, because I'm not sure if you guys can feel like my enthusiasm through the screen, but I move my hands a lot while I'm recording, and I'm really like talking to the microphone. I'm really talking to you guys. I'm trying to really relay my emotion to you all, which I think would be kind of interesting for Ethan to see, because I get really excited and very animated. So it would be probably a little bit embarrassing for him to see, but I'm gonna try to get over that. And yeah, we're bound to have to record in front of each other eventually. And another big reason why we're having our rooms together this time, well, our desks together this time in one room, is because we really miss playing games together. And we've realized the reason why we don't is because we're separated. We're in different rooms. We're so far away. We end up doing and playing our own games, doing our own thing. So we kind of want it to be more conjoined. And you guys are probably like, well, where's your bed going to be if you're going to put all of your desks in your office in the one bedroom? Well, we're going to have our bed in the lounge room, and we're going to try, we have a 2-seater couch, going to try to squeeze that into the office so it can be behind us when we're chilling. We can just lay back on the couch. But I would like to try to make our bed into a kind of like a couch, like a couch bed. It'll look like a bed, of course, but I want to get some really big pillows, like really big pillows. I think they're called European pillows. Some of my friends have them. They're really, really nice. But if I could get some like 3 or 4 big ones, I could put it against the wall and then maybe get a whole bunch of other little throw pillows and just cover it. And then no one will be able to know it's a bed. Well, it's going to be pretty obvious that it's a bed, but we're going to try to save a lot more money in it. And I think it will be cozy. It will be fun. We're going to eventually have a TV and stuff out there too. At the moment, we don't have a TV, but it would be so nice. I think it would be chill to wake up and not hear computer buzzing noises, because at the moment, Ethan has his desk in our bedroom and we just constantly all night through hear his computer like vibrating. It's the worst sound ever. Sometimes like I have to turn it off, but since we have older computers, turning on and off the computer is actually kind of a risk of it not turning back on ever again. So we try not to turn them off too often. I know that sounds really counteractive, but our computers are just at that point, man, that they just can't handle the reboot. But yeah, we are pretty much done. I kind of redid a little bit of the front. I really liked how I used those awnings for the eyelids for the cat, and I just love all of the new roofing tools that we have now with the new update that we had, the new patch. It's really, really great. It looks fabulous, like all of the awesome new roofs that we can create. So I had fun kind of switching it up a little bit. It doesn't look as basic, even though it still is basically a square. Added in some little cat details here. We have so much cat stuff inside too. Added some toys, and out the back, I think I put in a bed. I'm not sure if I put any more, but I think this would be so perfect for a single person or maybe a couple and their pet cat. Maybe only one. You could probably have 2 in here, but I was more planning for one little tortoiseshell or a little calico to live here, and I think it would be just wonderful. Maybe the owners loved their cat so much that they wanted to theme their house after their cat. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Maybe I should actually do that after my cat in real life. Maybe I shouldn't actually. Maybe I shouldn't. So I added in some nice gardens and stuff. I really like a lot of the new flora that we got in this expansion, especially that big bush. There's so many different palette colors and versions of it which look really cool too. I feel like they're trying to give us more and more when it comes to landscaping, which is really, really great on EA's part. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I've been a little bit behind with uploading things onto the gallery. So if you see in one day, I all of a sudden upload everything, that is me trying to catch up, but hopefully this will be on the gallery quite soon. But yeah, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day. I love you all to bits, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.